This is the story of how I burned down an entire family. It was a Tuesday. I was pouring coffee when my phone buzzed. I didn't rush to check it. I thought it was a sale alert, maybe a meme from Zara. But when I looked, it was Daniel. Just one message. You are not coming with us to Europe. My mother prefers this vacation to be a family vacation only. I froze. I read it 10 times. Family only. And suddenly, I wasn't family. 3 suitcases stood by the door, one of them mine. For weeks I'd planned that trip. The hotels, the tours, even his mother's spa. And now I wasn't erased with a single line of text. I sat on the couch in silence, phone still in my hand, staring at everything in that house I had built with him. The custom chairs, the framed map, the espresso machine he bragged about. All of it bought with the $700,000 I gave him, my father's inheritance. The money I wired into his failing startup when he was drowning. No contract, no shares, just trust. Because that's what you do for family. But apparently, I wasn't his. I opened the group chat with his mum and sister. Photos of manicures, packed bags, jokes about matching outfits. No mention of me. Not even once. And Daniel didn't have the decency to say it to my face. Just a text message. Then silence. I walked upstairs. Our bedroom was spotless. I had laid out his passport last night, both of ours. Stupid me. I stared at my reflection. No tears, just a quiet storm building. If I wasn't family enough to join them, then maybe I wasn't family enough to keep building the life they lived so comfortably. Maybe it was time to remind Daniel what happens when the builder walks away. The truth is, the cracks had been there all along. I just ignored them. Evelyn never liked me. From the day we married, she treated me like I wasn't good enough, too opinionated, too independent. She once told me I wasn't the kind of woman who made a man feel needed. Daniel laughed when she said it. Laughed. And now here we were, them boarding a plane to Europe. Me left behind, invisible. That was the moment I stopped pretending. The morning after they left, I didn't cry. I made tea, opened my laptop, and searched for a lawyer. Her name was Nina. Sharp, calm, ruthless in the way I needed. I slid the folder across her desk. Transfers, emails, screenshots. She asked me one question. Do you want to fight for ownership or burn it down? I didn't know the answer yet. But I knew I was done being silent. Nina scanned the documents and smiled. You're not on the company papers, but Daniel never cleaned up his structure. The leases, the accounts, the vendors, they're all in your name. That gives you leverage. That word lit something inside me. Leverage. While Daniel sipped wine on the Amalfi Coast, I got to work. The office lease still mine. The co-working contract he bragged about. My signature, the accountant. Handed me files the second I asked. Bank accounts, vendor contracts, digital assets. So much of it tethered to me because in the beginning, Daniel had nothing. Piece by piece, I pulled the strings, quietly, carefully, and then Zara, my best friend, my anchor, showed up with iced coffee and her laptop. She sat across the dining table in a t-shirt that read "Plotting in Progress." "You know," she said, "you could rent the house. Short term, while they're gone." I laughed. She didn't. And by the next day, the house was listed. Luxury rental, premium rate, booked solid. The exact week they'd return. Meanwhile, Nina lined up buyers for the business. Daniel loved to play CEO, post quotes, strut in suits. But legally, his empire was a mess. So when the corporate offer came in, I signed payment wired directly into my account. Just like that, the business Daniel begged me to save was no longer his, and I didn't tell him. Not a word. If he could reduce me to a text message, then he deserved silence. By the fifth night, Zara and I sat in her car across the street, watching the house pulse with music. The renters had turned it into a party. Neon lights, karaoke, strangers laughing in the living room. Evelyn once sneered at "I watched a girl in glitter heels dance exactly where Daniel once told me to lower my voice in front of his mother." And for the first time in years, that house felt alive. Not because of him. Because I had let go. Then came the twist. Their flight got cancelled. They came home 2 days early. By the time their SUV rolled up, the business was gone and the house was full of strangers. Zara and I stood calmly on the sidewalk. Daniel stormed forward, face red. "What the hell is this?" A renter stepped out. "Sorry, man, it's rented for the week." From someone named Sophie. Daniel spun toward me, stunned. "Sophie, what's going on?" I handed him a folder. Legal transfer papers. He flipped through, face draining. "You sold the company." "Yes." "The money's in my account." "You can't do that. It's mine." "No, Daniel, it was never yours. You were the face. I was the foundation, and you chose to erase me." Evelyn gasped. "This is cruel." I looked her in the eye. Cruel. Cruel was pretending I wasn't family after I gave up everything for your son, and then I gave Daniel one more paper. The rental agreement. The house is leased for 4 more days. You're not allowed inside. Consider it the family vacation you wanted, without me. And with that, Zara and I walked away. The calls came the next day. 6 missed calls, a voicemail on the 7th. Daniel's voice cracked, begging. "Sophie, please, we can fix this." Fix what? The marriage built on silence. The business built on my inheritance. The lie that I wasn't family. No, some breaks are too clean to mend. I moved into a small high-rise apartment downtown. Quiet, bright, mine. I put the house back on the market as a rental, premium rates only, and I finally opened my bakery. A cozy little corner shop, fresh pastries, warm bread. I named it Sophie's Place. People came in for the food, but they stayed for the peace. A week later, Daniel walked in. He looked smaller, tired, nervous. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I thought you'd always be there. I nodded. That's the thing, Daniel. Until you made it clear I wasn't wanted. He swallowed. Can we ever go back? I looked around at the bakery, the shelves, the music, the laughter. My life rebuilt. No, I said softly, but I'm not angry anymore. I'm free. As he walked out, Zara slid into the seat across from me, grinning. You okay? I smiled. Better than okay. Because losing everything didn't destroy me. Walking away from people who never saw my worth, that's when I finally started to live. Thanks for watching. See you next time.